Damn, Pierre, where'd you find this?
Whoa, what the fuck?
Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
Yo, what is up? It's your boy Nick. We back again with another reaction. We pumping out these. We probably might as well become a reaction channel. Even though I'm not claiming it because I still like to play video games and do all other types of videos on here. Y'all see my last videos. Go ahead and light them up, run the numbers up, please. But we're back again, once again, with hip hop madness, giving us some good content. How to spot an industry plant. Now I saw quote unquote industry plant, I guess you would say, people. But I did see Juice WRLD in the thumbnail. I did not know. He's not an industry plant. But let's go ahead and get right into this mother fuzzing video.
By now,
don't worry, I'm not going. Ew.
and inspired. By now, rap fans that feel energized and inspired by the backstory.
Don't worry, it's not gonna be over 20 minutes. So quit complaining.
Hustle and sheer talent are understandably disturbed when they hear a term such as industry plant used to describe an artist who has exaggerated about their rags to riches rise among the ranks of the rap elite. Let's get clear on what exactly we're talking about when we say the phrase.
Please do inform me.
Plant is an artist who has a record label or power player backing their movement, but represent themselves
I don't know who this is.
as an entity that organically created their own buzz in the entertainment.
Like I said, even when they did the fall video, I didn't know who this is.
Plant is definitely not
Chance the Rapper definitely got that.
Who wants to be revealed as a liar who got a leg up over their competition based on secretly being signed to a record label already while pretending to be on the individual indie grind. Now, it is understood that an industry plant is actually deceiving their audience in order to bank.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you this, keep it 100 with you. Every artist is signed. I'm pretty sure y'all already know. It's not shocking news. Every artist is signed. It's just basically due to what their situation is, whether if it's, publishing or like distributing, all that type of shit. So when they're saying they're independent, they're basically saying that they don't have a specific label backing them up, but they definitely do have other revenues or avenues of people of how the hell they're gonna distribute their music. You know what I'm saying? So you're technically still signed. You just don't have a major label or a label backing you up on all 100% of your shit. That's basically what it is. Basically being independent. Being truly independent is very, very hard and very there's not a lot of artists. Matter of fact, I don't think there's even remotely any artist that is truly 100% truly 100% what's the word? I just lost the word. I just said it. But y'all know what I mean. There's nobody that's out there that's truly independent. They're not independent. They're not independent. Because it would be physically impossible for them to even make a name for themselves. You know what I'm saying? It'll just be it's impossible. Some people there's gonna have to be people out there that to distribute and fucking push out your music, and you need help at least from somebody, whether it be a small company or a big company. You're gonna need help from somebody in order to push out your music, distribute your music, and all that stuff, all that good stuff. So nobody's 100% independent. Some people all have some type of deal going on to help them be able to boost, and there's nothing wrong with that. There really isn't. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it don't matter how many labels or situations that you're in. If your music is not good, then people are gonna not gravitate to your shit. As 6ix9ine would say, men lie, women lie, and sometimes the numbers are skewed, but we know in reality that us as normal people are not going to really notice that. So
bank on their sympathy for someone struggling to succeed without any privileges or cheat codes. And the question arises, how can you spot an industry plant? And is your favorite rapper been an artificial industry plant instead of authentic with homegrown roots? What do members of the music industry have to say about the evolution of this ultra odd phenomenon? Rapper Russ, the rapper who became famous for writing, producing, mixing, and recording his own songs week after week, has been accused of really being an industry plant all along. But he has been quick to defend his independence. I'm 103% independent. Literally no one but me doing everything. I just like to create. I get to do whatever.
that's not true. And I know Russ, he had a long grind. Yes, I think he said he was, it took him like 7 to 8, 9 years or some shit like that for him to get popping. You still need somebody to be able to distribute your music. You don't own 100% of all your shit. You're not 103% independent. You might be 90% independent, maybe 85% at most, but you're not 103% independent. That's impossible. It's impossible. But hey, if you got a cap to keep your audience so you won't seem like a liar, then go ahead and do that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with capping a little bit. Just a little cap. Just a little tiny cap. Just a little tiny cap. You don't need a big cap. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he capping a little here, but he ain't cap. I don't think he's capping 100%. You know what I'm saying? Might want to notch down that 103% to like more like 85, 90%. You know what I'm saying?
I want when I want. I think I would have to answer to people that I wouldn't want to. I couldn't be happier about having a cult following, honestly, because it's real people. So many artists don't have real people that actually with them. I'm gonna be here for a long time because I'm not an industry plant. I'm a real human with other real humans that with me all over the world. The Chicago tastemaker and
Damn, this bottle
founder
stinks.
Andrew Barber feels that once streaming began as a preferred way of consuming music, it gave way for the industry plants to sprout out all over the field of music.
Yeah,
Andrew Barber explains how industry plants are now able to pop up out of nowhere.
true.
Some artists could come from absolutely nothing one week. You've never even...
But then at the same time, then you have artists that have been putting out music for a shitload of time, and then all of a sudden they blow up out of nowhere. Then people claim them to be industry plants, and it's just like bro, you can't really. It's kind of hard to decipher who's really in an industry plant or somebody that blows up quickly and stuff. Because anybody can blow up off of anything. It's so easy to blow up off of anything. Like you can literally make your first song ever. Chances that it can blow up, it depends on just basically luck. It really depends on luck at the end of the day. Because there's people that have been putting out music for years and they never blown up. And I mean, not saying that their music is trash, because that's not true. It's just not their music is not either fitting within the algorithm, or it's just not getting wind of all these. It's not TikTokable, as some of these people will say, or some shit like that. TikTok is your biggest friend right now for any artist or somebody that is watching these. Like you, I'm not saying don't make a song based around it being TikTokable, but I would say try to get in contact with some of these TikTok people if you want to go at that route. Now, if you want to stay genuine and stay true, then just continue on your grind. Hopefully, someday somebody will hear your shit and it'll blow up from there. But if you just if you're in it for the money, and I have a whole other thing about that, but I'm not going to discuss it here. But if you're in it for the money, then just go ahead and follow the simple keys. It's really easy to do, to be honest with you. But like I said, anything can blow up at any time. You don't never know. But just know that once it does blow up, it's really on to you as to what you do next. You know what I'm saying? Because there's difference between artists that you see that blown up and they quickly fell off, and then artists that blew up, stay consistent, and then continue to, and is now rising. Lil Baby, for example, is an artist that blew up randomly, I guess you can say, but he blew up and is still consistently doing numbers. If not even better. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lil Baby is a good example of that. You know, so and he's far from being an industry plant. So
Heard of them. 10 days after you first heard their name, their songs are charting, and they're the talk of social media. Like a Blueface. Guy comes out of nowhere. Next thing you know, it's all you see on your timeline. The ability to spot.
I mean, that is true, but yet again, y'all gotta understand that Blueface was making music a little bit before he blew up, though. I think he had maybe 1 or 2 songs that a lot of people haven't heard before he blew up. But yet again, he had a social media presence. That's another big thing for artists, which sucks. Which once again, I probably might have a discussion about that. But you know, having a big social media following, or even somewhat of a relevant, social media following, makes it way easier for you to blow up your song. If you have more than like 250,000 followers, you make you a song, lead those people to listen to your music, and if it's somewhat decent or catchy or TikTokable, then it's not that hard to blow up off of that. It really is not. It's just down to algorithm and science, bro. It's like it's really not that difficult to do. To keep it 100 with you. But as far as Blueface goes, I wouldn't necessarily say he's an industry plant. I just say that he just blew up at the right time. Honestly, he did. It's as simple as that. He made a catchy song, a memeable song, a TikTokable song, I guess you would say, and it just blew up. It's as simple as that.
An industry plant.
That nigga lanky as shit.
Having their name mean absolutely nothing to anyone today.
That is true though, because
into music charting positions.
Like I said, I wasn't following Blueface before that, but these are facts that you can look on the internet.
A YouTuber named John, who runs a channel under the moniker Progress, defines an industry plant as being a young musician who gets snatched up by a record label before even having a solidified identity or any commitment to artistic integrity. Speaking of industry plant.
I mean, I guess. I mean, that's true. I don't think you have to be necessarily young. I feel like that's more of it. I think it would be more helpful, I guess you would say. Like the younger you are, the more like you can get snatched up because you look like all these other kids. Like kids run the internet from the ages like 12, like 10 to 12, like 10 to like 18, 19. That demographic is a huge demographic. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you have the 18 to like 25, 26 demographic, and so on and so forth. But that younger demographic runs the internet, and it's way more easier to blow up somebody that is around that age than somebody, let's say, somebody being 20, like 28, like 29, 30 years old. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be very hard for them to blow up. I'm not saying that you can, like I said, always chase your dreams no matter how old you are. But I'm just saying it's going to be a little bit more difficult for an older person to appeal to a younger audience because they are not that within the same age. So the jokes and like all the other type of shit you won't quite understand, or you might, but like you might find it immature or whatever. Y'all know the differences, bro. Y'all know the differences.
Style situations. Trippie Redd's mixtape A Love Letter to You featured named Baby Goth, and who signed a Republic, a label formed within the Universal Music.
I don't know who that is.
Come to find out, she had no other Baby Goth music at the time, but had once released songs briefly under the stage name Bria Bueno. But to make the story weirder, Bria Bueno wasn't a rapper. She was pushing herself as a pop singer going it alone, even using Indiegogo for crowdfunding. What conclusion did Progress come to on his Baby Goth Bria Bueno character? Progress figured that her label Republic remixed her with a new image, sound, and genre. It also must have made waves for Baby Goth.
Okay, that makes sense. I never heard of her, but
with a quick
that makes that
interview on No Jumper podcast.
That's interesting.
In fact, Adam 22 himself has been accused of using his influence as a platform for pushing instant plants. His opinion on his Everything You Ever Wanted to Know About Industry Plants video is he has many relationships with rappers, and that it has never been uncommon for record labels to use
Adam's a man of the culture, though,
to make money off of artists. Adam 22 stated, "This is a new thing. that we expect artists to get hot on their own, because that wasn't even possible until like 10 years ago. And now what's happened, to be honest, is that the labels have gotten so much smarter that now the labels are able to sort of manipulate the system. And they are so in tune with what's going on online that they could find somebody really, really early on, which is kind of what happened with Baby Goth and Jumix. The labels can find them when they're...
What happened to Jumix? What happened to him, bro? I heard like 2 songs from that dude. And I ain't gonna lie, I like the way he was like, I like the wave that he was going on. He did come out of nowhere, honestly. Left, like, I don't even remember the first time I even heard of this nigga. But I think somebody was reacting to him or some shit. But I remember Jumex. I remember the 2 songs that he had. And wasn't he supposed to have this is like almost 2 years ago, almost at this point. He was supposed to have like an album come out. I don't even know if he ever had his album ever came out. I don't know. I'm not for sure. He had a song that blew up very, very, very heavily, and I actually low-key kind of liked it. But after that, I never heard of anything from him, bro. And I never heard of this Baby Goth girl, so I'm not sure. And I listened to Love Letter. I love Trippie Redd. I listened to. I never realized who the fuck that was. To be quite honest with you. But yeah, Adam's a man of the culture though, so you know
they are putting stuff online before the fans can.
He knows what he's talking about.
Labels can find them and sort of like bring them in, work on their sound, work on their visual aesthetic, where they are going and everything, and then they can sort of release that content to the public once they feel that it is ready. Another sign that there is an industry plan in your midst is often when there are way too many copycats of popular trends. How many brightly dyed hair, light-skinned rappers are seemingly trying to be the next Lil Pump? Kid Buu and Skinny from the Nine both fit that profile, and to make matters worse, they have both been accused of being...
Ain't this the dude that got beat up? I will say this though, there is a lot of Lil Pump clones, bro. There is a lot of Lil Pump clones, bro. A lot of them, bro. It's just crazy. I don't listen to any of them. I just know this dude because I remember him. I remember seeing something about him getting beat up, and the Little Boo dude, was it Lil Boo or what was his name? Was it Lil Boo? I don't know what it was. He'll probably get to it.
In industry plans. Not every artist is honest about their background, especially if they are selling an image that they never lived. Therefore, getting caught in lies about their...
Okay, what does Billie Eilish have to do with this though?
Origin can be a clear red flag.
We know Bad Baby's Bad Bunnies. No, wait. Bad Baby.
The shock that people actually believed it. But Kid Buu admits himself that everything he does is strategically planned to promote his brand and his music, even after the flat-out voice robotic "I'm a Clone" DJ Vlad interview in 2018. Anthony Fantano from the Needle had a very interesting and understandable take on the industry plant controversy, even on how it specifically applies to teenage singer and songwriter Billie Eilish. The label is most likely going to make more money off you if they can hand you a dinky contract before you are famous, before you are popular, and they can essentially control your ascent upward on the ladder of popularity, and basically own you right from the start. So, is Billie Eilish an industry plant? If we were to go strictly by the kind of vague standards for what being an industry plant is, yeah, pretty much. But still, by those very same standards, you could lump the Beatles or the Clash into that same category, because they as well were very heavily groomed on their way up the ladder by the music industry. If this industry plant thing continues to be rewarding financially,
I mean, if you think about it like that, then yeah, I guess I can agree with that. I like Billie Eilish. I like her music, bro. It seems to me like it's a reoccurring theme though. Like a lot of these quote unquote industry plants, some of them really do make good like songs, but I guess they are groomed to sound good, or at least sound good like in today's age and shit. To me, it's still at the end of the day, after you blow up, like what do you do next that keeps you relevant? You know, Billie Eilish is still relevant because she's still making good music to this day. A lot of these other people, you know, the one that got beat up in what do you say, Kid Buu? I never heard a single song from that dude. I remember the clone shit, which I felt like was kind of corny. Um, y'all. I feel like the industry, people are aware of internet culture and like meme culture and all that shit. But at the same time, I also feel like they think that fans and people on the internet are also very dumb, which is completely not true because I feel like a lot of people on the internet and fans of these quote unquote industry people can see, well, for the most part, some of them can see through the bullshit. I wouldn't say all of them because, clearly they're still being um, tricked and fooled and bamboozled, as you would say, um, by listening to them music, trying to basically make people believe that their music is good. Because I feel like a lot of people nowadays listen to music that is popular simply due to the number that is attached to it. I mean, y'all know what I mean. Like, the more views, the more likes it has, the more TikTokable a song is, whether or not that you personally may think it's good or not. The more numbers and all if in all that categories, like the faster you see it grow. Like if like let's say like 6ix9ine for instance recently releasing a song breaking the YouTube records, whether or not y'all want to say it's scandalous or whatever. At the end of the day, y'all gotta understand that um, just because a song has a lot of numbers, a lot of likes, a lot of all that shit, it's TikTokable, all that shit, doesn't mean that it's a good song. Because you may like it, it's a good song for the moment, but after what 2 to 3 weeks, I would say probably less than that, you're not gonna remember that song. The song is hot for the moment. The song is literally probably gonna be hot for probably 24 hours. And maybe when people start talking about it, it'll be hot for another 24 hours. So that's 2 days. And then we're on to the next shit. So it's like, you gotta see, like, cause a lot, there's been me personally, I feel like music has been, it's just not the same. It's really not the same. It really isn't the same anymore. Cause honestly, back in the day when it was quite harder to make music, I would say there was a lot of more music that came out to be good because people, I don't know, I don't know how to explain it, because I feel like now people can just, anybody, like your average Joe can just make a song and it can go viral. Whether or not it can go viral for it being good, it can go viral for being trash. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, all publicity is good publicity, as they say, which is true, because it's like, bro, you can make the most worst trash song ever. Whether or not you're serious or not, at first at making it, like, you can make those type of songs and it blows up, and then you have a career out of it. You're selling out like little stadium, like industry people see that shit and they're like, bro, that's an opportunity. And they don't even care for the long haul, because as long as they can milk all the money that you make during that time of your run, they like, basically it's like you served your purpose and now it's on to the next person that could do that shit. It's just the easy money. And then now you're sitting up here stranded, end up becoming homeless. Because you signed a deal that, it's a lot of things that a lot of people have to think about before. Oh, I just spit right into the camera. But it's a lot of things that a lot of people have to think about. Like, bro, it's very easy to make this quick money if you really just take the time and do it. And then it's also just as easy to fall off. You know what I'm saying? Because I make, and this is coming from a nigga that makes music. I love making music, and I feel like I feel like this is just like, it's just not good. You know what I'm saying? It's like the way that shit is being made and shit now. Like, music is not actual music anymore. It's just more of a quick way to make money. You know what I'm saying? It's just a quick way to make money. And I feel like, to me, if you're in this industry just to make a quick dollar, then you're gonna make that quick dollar for sure. But you're also gonna fall off very quickly as well. And then you're gonna need to rely on getting a job. You know what I'm saying? Because not like bro, at the time, music was just more so of your talent level and the capability of making music, and versus now is basically like it's not even about the music, which is the crazy part. Music now is not even about the music. It's everything else besides the music. Like if you could sell shit, if you sell merch, you know what I'm saying? If you sell this, that, like you sell numbers, everything, like all that shit other than the music matters anymore. And it's sad. But that's just how it is now in this day and age.
We just assume that every rapper and singer is flat out lying to us about everything pertaining to their life, and will we see a music industry that has zero artists of any integrity left whatsoever? I guess we'll have to find out. This has been a Hip Hop Madness original. Make sure to stay tuned.
Shout out to Hip Hop Madness.
Pierre, where'd you
Hit
find
that subscribe
this?
button and notification bell. Oh, and don't forget to follow us on it.
Yeah, go ahead and click that like notification bell to be notified when I'm making a video. I fuck with y'all heavy. You know what I'm saying? And we here for we gonna be here. And I'm gone.